My company produces granite memorial markers, and we also engrave tiles from porcelain, glass, marble and granite. I first became interested when I saw my uncle engraving memorials with hammer and chisel. He offered to teach me the trade, and I did an apprenticeship with him, and I also learnt with a hammer and chisel on marble and granite, starting off with memorials, and then I went on to tile. And my favourite part is each day is a different job. You don't know what's going to come in. You have to design memorials and tiles from scratch, and then work out the best way to put the design onto the tile. Well, I developed the interest when I first saw my uncle engraving stone. And then after visiting a few cemeteries and churches and cathedrals, I really got interested in it and wanted to know more. I started my own business when I was 19 years old with a partner. That business, we did most of our work in London, England, for 30 years. Then I moved to America and I brought my skills here.
My company produces any kind of iron works, like balconies, like those front doors, gates, pool fencing, all kind of iron work. My father was same as me. He worked in Mexico for 35 years, and I started watching him when I was like 12 years old. So I go out to install my work. It's very interesting. I like to work with people. I like to know new people. So when I started watching my father, I decided to work on this job. The business in Mexico, and he left the shop to my older brother. He's still doing works in Mexico, my brother and my father.
We do repair and restoration of old vintage cars. I've always been interested in cars. I've been working on cars professionally since I was 18. The interaction with the customers is the best part because everybody kind of has a similar interest. We're interested in old cars and so are they, so it really has to be that. Anytime you deal with the public, you're always going to have a small percentage of people that are actually hard to deal with. And the nice part of owning a business like this, I'm my own boss, so I can either deal with them or I don't have to deal with them. But it's very rare, very rare. Oh, I've been working on cars since I was 15, so it's kind of always been there. And then I got into the vintage cars after spending a lot of time working for Nissan, and just thought it was just a really cool way to go.